Okay, here's another one of those kind of setup questions. Like, tell me a time when you're frustrated at work. They're trying to get a feel for how do you control your emotions? Do you get angry at work? What really bothers you? What are your pet peeves? What frustrates you? And that's okay. Everybody's got something, but you want to be showing that, you know what, I'm still in control all the time. I'm a professional. But yeah, there's some things that kind of bother me at work. Now, the thing that bothers you at work is you don't want to be things like, I hate overbearing bosses, or I hate micromanaging, or I hate working on a whole bunch of different projects at a time, or I hate talking to people. Those are things that frustrate me at work. Well, that nobody wants to hire you then, right? I mean, think about things that could frustrate you, but they're, once again, smaller, minute things, or things that might actually be coming out of your strengths. So for me, for this question, I tend to answer like, well, I work real hard, and so it frustrates me sometimes when others don't work as hard. So here's an example how it might work with that example and what I typically use. Well, sometimes what frustrates me at work, not much frustrates me at work, by the way. I mean, I get along with everybody, everything works great. I don't let things really bother me. But one thing that does frustrate me sometimes is, I'm a pretty hard-working guy, and I work real hard, and I'm very committed to, getting our projects done and really meeting our goals and being very successful for myself, for the whole organization, and with anybody that I work with, some of the team members. So what can sometimes frustrate me is if there's a team member that's really not necessarily pulling their weight, that's not really working as hard as maybe some of the other team members. I have no expectation that they're going to work as hard as me. I'm not like that or an ogre or anything. But when somebody's really kind of slacking. And so that can frustrate me a little bit at work, as far as when somebody's not necessarily working as hard or even trying as hard. Then I really wonder about them. And I don't let it frustrate me like I'm angry or anything like that, but it can be frustrating. One thing I might do, particularly if it's somebody who reports to me or it's on my team, I might ask them if something's wrong or how I might be able to help them. Because sometimes they might not be working as hard because there's something at home or something that's really bothering them beyond maybe just not giving it all at work. But if anything frustrates me, not much, but everything, it might be just if somebody just isn't pulling their weight, that can be a little frustrating for sure. Okay, so there was a quick little example. I could even give a specific if I wanted to, but it was kind of like, I work hard. I want others to work hard. It can be frustrating when they don't, but I don't go crazy and yell at them or anything. In fact, I'm actually kind of a compassionate guy saying, hey, is there something going on, to try to understand their point of view, because many times there is a different point of view. Maybe they're working on another big project and can't spend as much on mine, or there is a family problem at home, understanding those types of things. Okay, so let's move on to the next question.